passage of 25 years just rubbed all of us shiny smooth.
People must have an idea of what best looks like. Tabhi to you can aspire to be the best.
You become what the environment shapes you to be.
My life journey probably would have been somewhat different had it not been IIT as a starting point. Even though it's a fiercely competitive environment, all the giants of their schools are coming and competing with each other. Internally, it was a very friendly atmosphere.
Hostel life is definitely an integral part of it. And if there's any specific aspect of hostel life, it is managing the diversity.
I used to hear this हर एक रात में 11 बजे and I was so terrified ragging के लिए तो पता चला कि this guy Sunil Khatri is listening to Deep Purple Child in Time.
Our batch being almost like a Sholay movie. Where, every character is perfect, every setting is perfect. There was drama going on, there is tragedy going on. I mean, talk of every emotion is there.
There was serial bomb blasts in the trains in the evening. I was in charge of the suburban train operations in the Mumbai division. Looking at the terrorist threat, real challenge was to bring back the normalcy as early as possible.
In any job profile where you are, problems will come. And at times, it will test you to your limit.
घर में वो रोज बोला जाता था कि तुम बुद्धू हो और पिटाई होता था। हम मान के बैठे हुए थे हम बुद्धू हैं, क्या करें बुद्धू हैं, हम खेलते कूदने में विश्वास करते थे।
Not necessarily कि वो अच्छा है तो मार्क्स भी लेके आएगा। And I've seen many cases where there's a flip and that kid is able to do very well.
For the first time I started believing in myself. What is required to get into IIT is you have to believe yourself.
पहला झटका तब लगा जब फर्स्ट सेम हुआ. I was given warning. I didn't take any lessons from that, and then I was kicked out of this place. जब वक्त खराब होता है, तो the things are not in your control. There is some force which drives you, and you are driven by that. मैंने दोबारा से JEE का एग्जाम दिया. I once again got selected. I joined here again in 1988.
So there are two categories of people, right? So one is a maggu. They are the ones who you can typically see right in the morning. They have a jhola on their side and they have their bikes and they would just rush to the library or rush to their classes. You could see that flurry of activity.
You have to fight your place in the restaurant. You have to fight your place in the breakfast. If you let these people who are going to attend the 8 o'clock class, and you have ample space there to sit and leisurely eat your breakfast.
First 2 semesters, मतलब पढ़ के whatever you do. But third semester onward, I said, yeah, this cannot be the life. यार इतना मेहनत मतलब what nonsense.
Another one is what we typically call khullas. Khullas are the ones who are the easygoing types.
ला मुमताज़ में हर तरह की पिक्चर आती थी, कुछ अच्छी भी होती थी, कुछ
लोगों के बेसिक इंस्टिंक्ट्स को मीट करती हुई।
There's a good kissing scene going on, so oh SFS repeat, SFS repeat, SFS repeat. So I have to stop the movie, wind the reel, and then rerun that kissing scene. Sagar movie में Dimple Kabaddi and all, I have to do it like 10 times. People were still not satisfied, right?
Once a stammerer, always a stammerer. You just feel so depressed and so frustrated that such a simple thing like speaking a sentence you are not able to do. Sunil Paliwal is beyond how he speaks. There are other things in me, my sincerity, my integrity, my hard work, my dedication, devotion. So why should I only bother about how I speak?
I have really seen cancer very closely, not once but quite a few number of times.
There was a lot of grit and determination, and there was a lot of meticulous planning that I had learned from him, and that I think came from IIT. The other thing that came was his friends, or the kind of conversations I had with IITians. That really uplifted our spirits.
Suddenly I was diagnosed with a very rare disease, which is called fibromuscular dysplasia. I went in for surgery, my heart stopped beating, and I died on the table.
मैं स्वीपर के घर में रहता, मेरी फैमिली पूरी। मैं खंबे के नीचे पड़ता था और मेरे पास कोई बुक नहीं थी, कुछ नहीं थी। मैंने बोरो की थी बुक्स। मैं रात को रोडवेज की बस में सोता था। तो मैं वहाँ 7 दिन तक भूखा रहा। फिर वहाँ पर मैंने इरिडोसॉल पी थी।
कि तुम होते तो क्या होता, खेब मुझको तो बनाया तेरे ना होने ने।
This upper portion of my leg had become thinner than this. बहुत अजीब सी एक फीलिंग सिंक इन कर गई थी कि अब मैं क्या कर पाऊंगा।
कभी कभी तो तकदीर हमारे लिए बहुत चीज़ें लिख देती है, कभी कभी हम तकदीर को लिखते हैं। I have gotten a lot of second chances and somehow I have made the best of those second chances.
Now that I'm 25 years later and I'm still trying to get into the music thing, and I wish that I had some formal education in music.
I believe there are a lot of people who probably end up spending their life in careers where they know they are a misfit.
Almost every other day I used to feel I was a misfit, right? Because I was thinking like an engineer. I was thinking of every problem like an engineer.
Just being technologically excellent doesn't make you a good manager.
Looking back now, 15 years later, I know that the problems they required emotional quotient, and I was thinking things in terms of solving a problem.
That's when I started the journey of trying to understand what it takes to work with people.
The journey from starting from a village in Bihar to becoming a tech entrepreneur, I think it's like almost the kind of journey you see in movies, right?
All these years, it has kind of been burdening my mind and soul as to how and why am I not able to do something fundamental in village to make a difference.
The focus has been on headline creating IITs and IIMs. Ultimately, how many people go to IITs and IIMs? In some ways, we have ignored the millions of children who should be in schools every year.
The amount of disservice it does to our economy by a slum child dropping out at grade 4, we have absolutely no idea how much economic loss it is getting to our country.
In this whole equation, that I starts to reduce in size, platform grows in size because of its impact on your life, and gradually somewhere you dissolve, and what remains is the platform, and then you start contributing for the platform.
the experience that I enjoyed. Really, the end was not important.
It's really important to kind of find happiness in what you do.
The ability to learn is probably more valuable than the learning itself. If you learn how to learn, then you can keep learning all your life.
The maximum education happens from your peer groups.
IIT has a completeness and a myth and a mystery. In due course of time, it will have its own mythologies too.
We typically IITians think is that if we have applied our brain to a situation, the situation is under control.